What up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, the channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss why entrepreneurship is not for everybody. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why do I say entrepreneurship is not for everybody? Excuse me. It's kind of cool out here this morning, so I had to throw the hoodie on to keep my head warm. That's the key when you work out in the cold. Make sure you keep your head warm. I had a Scully, but I decided to put the hood on because it wasn't really that cold. When I came out here, it's about maybe like 52, 53 degrees. For some folks, that would be like extremely cold for them to come out here and work out, but I'm a grinder. Like, I don't care about that. I've been out here since I've been retired. The coldest I've been out here was like 17 degrees. My wife thought I was crazy, but I get up here and I grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody needs to tell me to get out of bed and go work out. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the military, they had to do that initially when I first joined, right? But I learned very quickly that when I did not get up from bed on time, and I didn't get to work on time, and I didn't get to an appointed place on time, there were dire consequences. You know what I'm saying? So as far as my health is concerned, even though I've been 5 years removed from the military, being retired, and I have all these physical ailments and mental ailments, right? I messed up, y'all. I ain't even gonna front, you know what I'm saying? However, it's still in me to get up and grind in the morning, you know what I'm saying? This is my zen. This is how I start my day off. This is how I get right in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna roll that into entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? If you don't grind and you don't stay on your game, when you're trying to make money for yourself, you're gonna lose, y'all. You're gonna lose, you know what I'm saying? Dreams take action. Dreams don't need sleep. You already dreamt the dream, you know what I'm saying? So take action and take action upon it. There's so many folks that's probably watching this video right now that can't get to work on time. They barely get to work, even if they do travel to work, right? They don't want to do anything. They're lazy. They take 2-hour lunch breaks if they can, right? They try everything in their power not to do work while they're at work. They want to work less than 8 hours, but still get paid 8 hours worth of work. They want to leave early. They want to go home and do whatever they want to do, you know what I'm saying? Just chill out and then do the same thing all over again, trying not to work the very next day, you know what I'm saying? If you got that mentality, you will not be successful being an entrepreneur. I think the internet has made being an entrepreneur like glitzy and glammy, and a lot of folks got this false sense of notion where if I just do a couple things on the internet, or I become a YouTuber or something like that, I'm gonna make these millions of dollars like these other folks. So let me explain to you the concept of how that works, right? So, well, actually, let's speak on YouTube, right? Right now, I think I got almost 650 followers, right? Thanks again to all the subscribers. Thanks again to the followers, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a grind, you know what I'm saying? It was a grind. Because the first couple of videos that I made about a year ago, I was the only views on that video. And what I mean is that I uploaded the video and then I viewed it myself, you know what I'm saying, trying to critique myself. That was 1 view, right? And then I went back, I think the very next day, watched it 2 more times, and I saw 3 views. You know what I'm saying? When you look on YouTube, it'll show you, I think on the bottom left-hand corner of that video, depending on what screen you're on, how many views you had on that video, right? So I think to this day, I'm the only one that viewed that video. Maybe, I'm not sure, but the video can't have no more than about 30 views by now, if that, you know what I'm saying? And at least 80% or 90% of those views are from me. And for some folks, that could be very discouraging, you know what I'm saying? But I kept grinding. I kept putting videos out there. It was something in me that just felt like I needed to put content out there. And also, like I said before in the previous video, I had been uploading videos to Facebook, I want to say for the last 4 years before I started YouTube, right? So for a long period of time, I had been uploading videos, you know what I'm saying? Like I was putting content out there. I didn't care what kind of views I had on Facebook. It was just me expressing my thoughts. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what? I need to at least put my videos on another platform to build legacy. Because I wanted to make sure that, you know, my kids, my grandkids, great-grandkids, or whatever, if the cloud stays intact and the internet doesn't go away, you know what I'm saying, then hundreds of years from now, my ancestors can, not my ancestors, my future family, I guess my folks that are the same blood as me, you know what I'm saying, my family, can watch these videos, you know what I'm saying, and figure out who granddad was, who great-granddad was, who great-great-granddad was, right? But I'm rolling this into entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying, because if I didn't have the entrepreneurship spirit when it came to making YouTube, I would have never made it on YouTube. And, you know, and in the grand scheme of things, I'm not big by any means on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? 650 subscribers is nothing. You got folks that got millions of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a drop in the bucket, you know what I'm saying? Algorithm barely probably pushing my videos out, even with me having 650 followers, you know what I'm saying? But I still feel like I need to do this, you know what I'm saying? And I push myself every single day to try to make content for you guys, you know what I'm saying? As an entrepreneur, you gotta push yourself every day to grind and not necessarily make content. That may not be your entrepreneurship thing, but let's say that you run let's say you run a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get up and grind, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta get up early in the morning, depending on what kind of restaurant you have, fix the food, right? How your workers get to work on time, right? Make sure the restaurant is clean. All that, hours and hours before the place opens up, because you want to make sure when folks come in there, they are experiencing a pleasant environment when they get in there. And also want to make sure that the food is cooked right. I saw this one Asian guy probably about a year ago on a reel. And I wish I had saved that reel. I think if I find it, I'm going to wind up posting it and maybe talking about it, you know what I'm saying? But and I want to say maybe like in a minute or minute and a half, he pretty much explained the reason why you should not be an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not discouraging anybody on this video to not be an entrepreneur. I stress this all the time on this channel, start an LLC and create a business, right? Because I want to make sure that folks that have the entrepreneur spirit, you know what I'm saying, has some motivation to push themselves forward, because there are some folks out there that cannot hold a steady job. They're not meant to do a 9 to 5. I met this one guy in Greece a year ago when me and my wife took a trip out there. Greece is off the chain, yo. I ain't even gonna front, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went to Santorini, Mykonos, and Athens. Awesome trip. But, you know, and also, no shade to anybody, you know what I'm saying? No shade to anybody, but it was a married couples retreat, right? It was 10 of us, it was 10 married couples, and we were all black. You know what I'm saying? And these folks had money. You know what I'm saying? I got a little change in my pocket too, you know what I'm saying? But they were millionaires on that trip. You know what I'm saying? And I copped so much information from them, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I copped so much information from them. And I started this channel maybe 3 months before I went to Greece. And actually, me going there actually motivated me to actually double down on this channel. But we're getting that to another time, you know what I'm saying, as far as like explaining why change your circle would change your wealth, you know what I'm saying? But getting back to what I was trying to say, so one of the married guys on the trip, me and him was talking and everything with one of the guys I got kind of close to, and he said that he had been fired from a job 6 times before he actually started his business. He runs a trucking business. And I don't know how much money he makes, you know what I'm saying? But he's well off from what I can tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not hurting at all, you know what I'm saying? But he literally got fired 6 times. I don't know within the time span it was. It may have been a couple months, couple years. I don't know. But that proved to him that he couldn't hold a 9 to 5 job. It just wasn't meant for him to do that, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, you know what? Bump it. I'm just going to create my own business. And he's prospering by doing that, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? He had to put a lot of work in to make that business flourish. He had to put in more than 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? You got entrepreneurs that are putting 90 plus hours a week in their business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not for the faint-hearted. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have setbacks. You're gonna have situations to where you may not be able to pay your employees. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing about being an entrepreneur and you starting a business. If you get employees, not only do you got to make enough money to sustain a business, but you also got enough money to make sure you make payroll, meaning that you got to make sure you're able to have enough money left over to pay your employees. You know what I'm saying? And also pay yourself, right? It's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I once again, I still stress that, you know, that being an entrepreneur is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Being your own boss is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? But me, myself, I'm not going to front. I have a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I make a lot of money on that 9-to-5 job. And I also have an LLC on the side. And like I said, I want to scale the LLC so eventually I can push myself out of my 9-to-5 job. I have both. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that when I actually create that LLC, it's going to be a grind. It's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that I need to do this because this is what's in my heart right now. And if it's in your heart to be entrepreneurs, then go ahead and do so. But just understand that it's gonna be a push. It's gonna be a grind. And like I said earlier in this previous video, and you're a person that don't like grinding, and you just want to just sit around and just barely do work, you're not gonna be successful at being an entrepreneur. You're not gonna blow up overnight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to say before earlier, people blowing up on YouTube is like hitting the lottery. It's like getting drafted by the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's less than 1% of the population. Less than 1%. Not everybody making millions on YouTube, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a fantasy these folks are pushing out to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's not easy. It took me over a year to make 500 subscribers a year. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it was the content I'm pushing out. I don't know if it was just location I'm in, the hashtagging. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter to me. I know what God has for me. I'm just saying, like, don't expect to do certain things in life, being an entrepreneur, and then you're just going to just make millions off rip. It ain't going to work like that. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be an influencer, a YouTuber, or whatever, it may take a minute. It may take a minute, you know what I'm saying? And don't wait on the viral video to go out there and blow you up. You know what I'm saying? It's like hitting the lottery too. You know what I'm saying? But closing out, being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's not for everyone. Being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So understand who you are as a person. And I still push creating an LLC and start a business. I still push that, you know what I'm saying? But understand that you're gonna have to have immense discipline and intestinal fortitude and grit and grind to be successful as an entrepreneur. All right, like, comment, subscribe. I endeavor to keep pushing the video. I give you leverage to better yourselves. Find Fitness and Folk. Triple F. I'm gone.